The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
That was pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Jaguars at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. It's Rhodes. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 41 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
To the 27-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go option to the short side. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Nash. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground
running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They finds his target, Allen, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Check pass.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Cut 19. 18, pioneer. Panther 11.
2nd and 5. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll go option to the short side. He'll pitch it back. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Hurts. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Hurts to throw. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
How about the Cougars who just saw a breakout on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the lead.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with career touchdown number 60. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 3rd down, Nash. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
60
Hurts. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
They'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They say him back at the 36. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. We're going set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
In motion left is Watkins. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Hurts throw there, complete to Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And some room to work. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You will not see a quarterback of this caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Patterson's kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Looking to throw. Nash. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago. He threw the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Deputy Ranger, Deputy Ranger. Ready.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Nash. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Come 19! Come 19!
Looking to throw. Nash is going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. to the ground. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
19.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
After the pickup of 6, brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
Going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
60 Maverick. 18 Rattler.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Let's go now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll indeed take a knee. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Ready. Ready.
And they take a knee. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And they will take a knee here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
This to make it a 3-score game late.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Nash.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
60 Bobcats.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to 60. 79 Broncos.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Off the play fake. Nash. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Jalen Waddle,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the the toe to the leather on that one. Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Ready, break.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Eagles, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.